What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mike here with PeoplesChoiceGaming, and today in Hearthstone I have another guide for you. It's going to be on the Druid this time. I'm showcasing a constructed Druid deck that was created by the legendary Hearthstone player, streamer, StrifeCro. You might have seen him on the fight nights with his team Praise Ragnoras. Him, Cairine and Trump. Cairine and Trump, I'm sure you've seen. They're the two biggest streamers and probably players of Hearthstone. And StrifeCro is just amazing. He's won lots of matches, tournaments. His decks that became really popular on a lot of the Hearthstone deck like guide sites and stuff. And since the Druid's really good right now, and a lot of people are playing him, I figured I would showcase one of his decks. A lot of people are also playing this exact deck in the higher ranks. So basically, before I get to some gameplay, all I really want to talk about with the deck, it's pretty simple, and I'll leave the deck list in the description, is it's like a mid to late game deck. The only time you might find yourself behind is if you go up against some early game like aggro hunters or rogues, and they get a pretty good hand and they get a few creatures out by turn 2 and 3, and you don't really have an answer. That can set you back. But even when that's happened to me, and I've been down 15-20 points by turn 5 or 6, which has happened quite a few times, I've still managed to pull ahead because of how strong the mid to late game of this deck is, and how well it synergizes and how consistent it is. And I'll let you look through the deck here. You got your typical spells, your innervates, which sometimes I can get you out. That can get you out a Harvest Golem turn 1. You know, also, even if you don't have the coin. And then you also got some really good mid game here. We got some Sunfury protectors, which the taunts really help because of all the aggro decks. Earthen farseer, great in Druid decks. Harvest Golem, one of the best neutral 3-drops in a game because they're usually 2-for-1s. Tinkmaster for removal, swipe AoE, chillwind yeti, best neutral 4-drop in a game. Keeper of the Grove, which is probably the best Druid card for Druids. You're gonna get 2 silences, or you can deal 2 damage, which is great. Zordrake for spell damage and draw cards, so spell damage for your Wrath or swipes. You also got bloodmage thalnos for that. And then Druid of the Claw, which if you're already ahead, you can choose charge, or if you're a little behind, you can choose taunt. I really like the versatility of this card. This card really changes the tides of battle for me, the way a battle's going, or the way a match is going. Faceless manipulator, you know, if you're maybe behind or don't have an answer, you can copy one of their cards. Or a lot of times, if I am looking good, I'll copy my own ragnoras or my own bloodhoof, you know, and a lot, like I'll show you a clip where I copy my own, you know, ragnoras to ensure the victory. That's a lot of fun to do. And then a couple Ancients of Lore, restore health or draw 2 cards. Usually you draw cards. So the big combo wombo in this deck is Savage Roar and Force of Nature, which is the signature, I guess, feature of this deck that StrifeCro put in here. Basically, you'll summon 3 2/2s with charge, and then you cast Savage Roar, which makes them all +2. So that's 3 4/4s, and then your character gets +2. So that's going to give you 14 burst damage just for that round. And a lot of times that can give you, you know, turn 7 or 8. They think, you know, you're down to like 5, and they're probably at like 15, and they think they got the game in the bag, and then you pull out the old Force of Nature, Savage Roar, and you just crush them. It's an awesome finisher. You can also use it to take out a few big creatures, since you'll have multiple 4/4 creatures, which is really nice. So this deck, you know, works out great. Druid's really awesome right now, and I've also came up with an amazing Druid deck that doesn't have this combo, but it's got a little quicker earlier game for the hunters and the rogues, and it's been working out just as well as this deck, if not better, and I really like it. I'll show it to you in my next video, and let's jump into some gameplay and check this deck out. Let's check this deck out in action. Alright guys, first game we got is up against a hunter. Notice we're both at the higher ranks. They reset the ranking ladder yesterday. So for the next few videos I do guides for decks 4, albeit a higher ranking for a little bit. But it's actually kind of nice because I didn't have nearly as much time before to play ranked. I was just so busy with, you know, YouTube work and just family stuff that didn't really have a lot of time to play it. But I got a little bit more time now, so I'll definitely be able to work on getting a legendary a lot quicker. So it didn't have anything turn 1, turn 2, throw out a nat pagle. I get something right off the muscle, which is nice. He's going to go ahead and tack into it, hoping he gets a charged creature next round that he can kill it with. And I still got nothing I can play. And that's the one thing about this deck. If you don't get any 3-drops in your beginning hand, it can set you back against rogues and druids, or rogues and like hunters and whatnot. Luckily, he's not really getting nothing out either. But like I said, the deck has a really strong mid and late game, so it's usually not enough to really hurt you too bad. Pull out a yeti there because it's a little. I don't really want to get anything out any smaller. Actually, I don't really have anything else, but I got 2 yetis in my hand, so that's definitely a good start. This is going to be explosive trap for sure. That's no biggie. I got mad value out of that pagle. Now right here, you know, I definitely have enough cards, so I definitely want to use my hero power. The druids have a really nice hero power because you can finish off targets, and I think a lot of new players make the mistake of not wanting to use their weapon or use their hero power on a target because they don't want to take, you know, 4, 5, 6 damage when they could just use a spell. But you're definitely going to want to save your spells for when you really need them. So general rule of thumb, you know, as long as you're not too low on health, you're pretty much always going to want to use your hero power, your weapon, to take out an enemy so you can keep your minions on board. It's all about board control with this game. And hunters are really quick, so I pretty much know that he hasn't played many creatures. He's got a stacked hand, and most likely he's getting ready for an Unleash the Hound soon. I've played against him enough. I've played with the hunter deck enough, so I can kind of just, you know, guess when it's going to happen, or I can anticipate when it's going to happen. So when you can against a hunter, you know, you want to be doing damage quickly enough with them, but in a way you want to try to get your taunts out, and you want to keep board control, you know, and get your taunts out as quickly as possible. Like right here, it's just huge for me because what's going to happen is a hunter's just going to wear you down. They're going to do, you know, a big combo, and then even if they have no cards left, they have, you know, one of the best hero powers there is for an aggro deck. They can have you down to 6-8 damage and literally just do hero power for a few turns, and then you're done. Even if you got taunts up, it don't matter, you know, for their hero power. So right there is a huge Unleash combo with 2 Timberwolves, not just 1 but 2. And, you know, luckily I have my taunts up right now, or he would have been doing a good bit of damage, and then he could have easily killed me off with, you know, like one of the 5 damage spells, a Leroy Jenkins, an Argent Commander, any of them numerous cards he could have played a combination of and been able to finish me off before I could finish him off. So the hunters can be pretty annoying. You really got a good bit of its RNG, you know, and definitely playing your taunts at the right time and keeping board control. That's a huge part of it. They have pretty cheap decks. I definitely don't like playing against them because when you lose against one, it's really annoying when all they do is go to the face. So yeah, he forgets to attack right here with this huffer. But even if he did, it wouldn't have made a difference because I need to wrap this up before he does anything else. So I'm gonna go ahead, Druid of the Claw, and instead of the normal taunt, in this situation I'm just gonna charge to the face. I don't even care about his huffer. even if it would have attacked me last round, you know, and then that way I can easily kill him with a hero power and a wrath, you know, or a swipe if I get him down to 4 damage. I thought about it for a minute, but it's pretty easy, just wrath him there and go to the face. So after this game ends, since we didn't get to see the combo, I do got a quick clip of cloning my ragnoras and then silencing them so I can attack with them, and finishing up a warlock with 2 ragnorases, because warlocks can be pretty weird games because you think you got them beat, you know, and then they do Alexstrasza or Jiraxxus in the end and throw out Molten Giants and just completely turn the tables. So I got a pretty fun faceless manipulator on my rag in the next clip, and then after that I have a combo with the Savage Roar and Force of Nature, so you guys can see what that looks like. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and make sure to tune into my next Druid video, because it's my own deck I came up with, and it's I like it even a little bit better than this deck. It's got a little more consistent early game, and I think you guys would definitely want to try it out. It'll definitely help you reach Legendary. Alright, please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
For the wild.